everybody, it's Lance coming to you from Austin, Texas, along with Kurt Cole. How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing good, man. What's going on?
Well, I'm excited. Our good friend Delana Nova Scott sent us the clean sync amp from Third Power, and I gotta tell you, man, I've been messing with this thing since yesterday, and I can't stop messing with it. This is the vibey little amp. It's a 112 combo. It's got two 6V6s. But it kind of drives me nuts because the 6V6s are producing some really outrageous tones, and we're going to get to that. Basically, it's got some interesting controls, which you'll see, right? It's got a volume, and then it's got a voicing knob, which we'll talk about, a top boost switch, treble, bass, reverb, and it's got a treble damping control, and then a really special master volume. It's got several speaker outputs under the back there, so you can run extension cabs if you want to. So first of all, I got my old trusty Strat here, neck pickup. Now if anybody asks me, I would go, that's a Fender Deluxe Reverb, or some, some facsimile thereof. I mean, so many people do deluxe style amps, right? So I would have gone, man, that's got to be a 2.6V6 amp. I hear it. It jangles. It Americanizes everything. It kind of sounds like part of a Tom Petty song always, But the crazy thing is, I want to turn one knob and show you this. I'm gonna put this on the bridge pickup. I'm going to turn this knob all the way to AC and watch the difference. So we went to like a kind of AC 15 sound.
Totally.
Yeah, and so it's got three distinct hardcore settings. Like here's the Vox. Love it. And you can get it like totally clean too. That chime, that bell-like chime, right?
Beautiful.
Now you take it a step further. You have the top boost switch. It sounds like totally like the whole, invasion, the '60s Beatles, and the whole invasion that they did with the British accent of the U.S. and everybody was playing Voxes. And then, a lot of the pop bands in America started playing Voxes. Okay, now, just when you thought it was safe to go outside, there's also this treble damping knob. I wish you were in the room with me because it's more like something that you feel rather than hear. So I'm gonna go. Now when I go all the way to the right with it, it sounds like my vintage AC30. It's got this sort of like mid-range darkness to it, but without losing the chime. You go all the way back the other way and you got this. A little more forward treble, right? So you can kind of play a chord and sort of tune it in. Like I feel it right there for the sound. Beautiful. Okay, now here's where it gets a lot of fun. You can take this voicing knob and move it anywhere you want in the spectrum, and you start to bring back in the blackface sound, right? So you got a mix now. Like, I think this would be an amp that Mike Campbell would have loved from the Heartbreakers. He could have gone, whoa, cool, okay. I can get the sound that I'm getting by blending Vox and Fender amps by using this thing. And you can go, you know, any amount. Like, here's just a little bit of the Vox in with the Fender. Now I want to mess with the tone damping. That's the best spot for that tone. So this literally is like a clean sink. It's got, you know, everything in the kitchen sink. It's right here in the clean way that you would want it. I mean, it's really, really cool. And the good thing about the amps that they make at Third Power, I'm gonna go back to the Vox setting and crank this up with the top boost on and the treble up a little bit. But you can get a little rock and roll, even though it's supposed to be a clean amp. You get it up there. Now I'm bringing in some of that Fender, right? You can get that kind of semi-gained up sound at a volume that you can use anywhere, right? So what a cool amp. I want to switch over now to some humbuckers. This is my Paler Jazzmaster guitar. Not really a Jazzmaster sounding guitar because it has some Flying Mojo humbuckers in there, and this thing will get rock and roll on you. It's tuned open G. Now I'm going to go all the way back to the Fender sound, as close to Fender as I can get here. So this should be more like a blackface. Beautiful, right?
Beautiful.
Now, I'm going to roll in half Vox now. Watch this. Beautiful. Now again, I don't want to rain on anybody's parade calling it clean, but I want to show you that it does a lot more than that. So we're going to crank it way up with that same sound. Turn on the top boost, right? And you got this. Beautiful, right?
Badass.
Killer. So I'm going to go all the way to the Vox sound. I'm going to tweak in my treble damping. There it is. You hear it?
There it is.
When I hit that spot, the guitar went, there it is.
Yep.
So what? Now, the slide player in me goes, well, I gotta have a little bit of America in there, right? We'll roll that voicing back about halfway, and we'll do this.
Wow.
Isn't that cool? So I'm sitting there playing this thing that's coming out of one speaker, and I'm hearing an AC-15 and a deluxe reverb sitting next to each other. I really feel like that. And I've done sessions like that. I've done shows like that where we've had a Vox sounding amp next to a Fender sounding amp to get that blend. It's hard to get that blend with anything else. And okay, I'm going to show you now. I'm going to turn the volume back down. And even with humbuckers, you'll get a beautiful clean tone. Okay, now back to Fender, full Fender, no boost. Beautiful, right?
Amazing.
Yeah, so look, this is the third power clean sync. If you're a session player, you ought to have one of these. Really, really cool little package, right? So especially if you don't want to drag around a bunch of amps, and or you're on a budget in a studio or at a gig, and you go, I'm wanting to get some Vox flavors and American flavors in the same amp. You can't beat this thing. It's really great. Build quality is always great. We've demoed amps for Delana before. They're always great. They're always really well built. Always very, very tight as far as the fit and finish on these things. And I could sit here and play around all day with these different settings. You guys would lose it because there's so many tones. But I really appreciate you watching now. I know I got a little bit overindulgent with all the stuff I showed you, but the amp is really worth your time. So it's the third power clean sync. You can get it from any of the third power dealers, and call Delana as well and chat about this amp if you want to. It's just phenomenal, and we can't say enough good things about it. So we won't take up any more of your time today. I'm Lance. This is Curtis, Austin, Texas, Third Power. Have a great day, y'all. Bye-bye.